Hello viewers, so hope you all are doing good, and this time we are back with an amazing tutorial series, and in this series we will learn basics of Unity 3D. And to make this series more interesting, we will be building a game, and through this game we will learn basics of Unity 3D. And now I am thinking of building a game in which we will be having a 3D character or a player, and the movement of the player will be controlled by UI buttons, and the player will collect some free falling coins. So you will get this thing more clear as we proceed further in the series. Right now just think of a player is moving around your surroundings, and you will control that player from the UI buttons. And now in this first episode we will create some basic elements, or image element, or we will add some UI elements, UI buttons. And in this tutorial we will create a main menu or a start menu for our game. So as you have seen in every game, whenever the game is started, a start menu or main menus appear, in which you select whether you want to proceed further or you want to quit the game. We will be implementing the same thing, whenever the game will start, a start screen will appear with two options. First one is start and second one is quit. You can add more options, it's up to you. So to make it more simple, I will just add only two options. And by clicking on the start button, you will start the game, and when you will click on the quit button, the game will be quit. So without wasting time, let's start. So first of all we will create a Unity project. So I will open this Unity hub and create a new project. Make sure that the 3D option is selected, and now name. So I've created my Unity project. Now first of all I will go to build settings and switch to Android, because we will be building a game for Android. And if you want to build a game for iOS, you can select iOS and then switch platform, but in this tutorial I will use Android only. So switch platform. Now we will make some changes in player settings. Go to player settings and now change your company name, and then go to screen resolution and presentation. Here I want to build a game for landscape mode. So for that you have to select default orientation to landscape, left or right, whatever you want, because we will be making game in landscape mode. So that's why I have selected landscape. And if you want to build a game in portrait mode, you can build portrait mode and select portrait over here. And if you want auto rotation, then you can go with that option also. And now everything is fine, and we don't need to make any other changes. Now first of all I will create a scene. This scene will be our main game scene, which will be loaded when the start button is clicked. And this scene is our main menu scene or start menu. So when the game will be started, this scene will be loaded. So this will be our default scene. And now go to build settings and add scenes. Make sure that you add these scenes in a order in which you want them to be loaded. So first of all I want to load main menu, that's why I have put this scene at the 0th place. And then you can see that I have placed game scene after that main menu. So this is placed at the first index. So now we will be making changes in this main menu scene. First of all we want to create a UI element, an image, and in this image we want to display our image, and on the top of that image our two options will be line. So first of all I will select some image from my PC, drag this image to assets folder. I will create a folder image, and in this folder I will place my image. And now go to this image and texture type, set it to the sprite, 2D and UI, because if you want set this to sprite texture type, then I will show you. Apply this. Now go this to image, and here you can see that we can select the source image. If you have not changed the texture type of this image, then you won't be able to drag this image to over here, but now you can easily drag this. And now I will change the size of this image. Now you can see that there are many options for the screen size for which you are building the game, but you have to go to this canvas option and select this scale mode to scale with screen size. If you won't set this option, then whenever you are building this game for the screen size of 800 into 480, this game will look good and all canvas or all UI elements will perfectly. But as you will switch this to the different screen size, this the size of all the UI elements will get disturbed. So if you want them to adjust, they will automatically get adjusted as you will switch this screen size. So for that you have to select this scale mode to scale with screen size. And now you can see whenever you build this app and open this app, this scene or this image will be loaded. So now I will add one more UI element. I will add a button, and first of all I will change the text of this button to start and change its font size to 40 is enough. Now scale this button. Now it is fine, and I will change this normal color. I will make this transparent, so it seems to be more cool now. And now I will change highlight color to red. So whenever you play the game and when you hover your cursor on the top of the start button, this button will get highlighted. Now I will change the press color to more dark. Now play the game. Now as you press this start button, the color of the button gets changed to darker red. And now if I change this selected button color also, and now if I play game, so now you can see as I press this button gets selected and the color of this button gets changed to dark red. Now I want to change the color of this text to light. So now it seems to be more cool, and everything is fine. And now I will replicate this button because I want to create one more button for the quit option. So now I have duplicated this button by using Ctrl D. So now I have two buttons, and as you can see, as I press on the start button, this button gets selected, and if I press on quit button, this quit button gets selected. So now I want to add a script. In the script I will add on click function for both these buttons. Okay, fine. Now create a folder, and in this folder I will place all the scripts which I will be creating during the implementation of this game, and name this script main menu handle. Now I will open the script in Sublime. Now I will first of all I will import a class Unity Engine scene management. So this class will handle all the scenes, means which scene will get loaded. And now I will create a function public void. We have to make this function public so that we can access this function from the inspector. And so whenever this function will be called, we want that our game scene will get loaded. So for that scene.manager load scene, and here in arguments you will pass the name of the scene which you want to load. So the name of our scene is game scene, as you can see over here, that The name of this scene is game scene. So whenever this start button will be pressed, and this scene will get loaded, and whenever this quit button will get pressed, the application will get quit. I will create one more function, public void quit game. So this function will be called when the quit button will be clicked. Application dot quit. So this function will be called and the game will be quit. Now we have made all the changes. Go back to Unity and then now save the scene and go to the start button, and here you can see on click field, add this, and now first of all I will create an empty object, name main menu handle. So I created this empty game object because I want to attach my script on this game object. Now I will drag this game object here, and here you can see main menu handle, the script, and okay, there is an error in the script. You can see that we have forgot to place a semicolon. So now save this scene and go to start button and function script, and here you can see our function start game is listed over here. Select this and go to quit button, add on click function, drag this and select quit game function. So now whenever you press on start button, the game scene will be loaded. Here you can see the game scene is loaded. So right now we don't have anything in this scene, but later in the series we will make our whole game in this scene, and in the upcoming videos we will place a button also here, a back button, so that we can go back to the main menu. And now I want to show you the quit button. So now if you press on the quit button, nothing will happen because you are building this game in the PC. So whenever you build this game on your phone and then you run it, then the application will get quit. So you can go and check. So that's all for now, and if you want to ask anything, feel free to ask in the comment section. You can, if you want to suggest something or you want me to add some specific features, you can tell me in the comment section. I will definitely add them, and in the later episodes we will see that how to place more UI buttons and how we will control our player movement from the UI buttons. And stay tuned and please watch our video. And if you want to learn anything related to AR, or you want to just want to have a basics of the AR using Vuforia or Google AR Core, you can watch our videos. I've already made them. You can check our channel. We have created plenty of videos on the AR and on Unity itself. So if you have any doubt, ask me in the comment section, and please watch our video, share it and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.